Afternoon, I've just arrived at Finnich Glen. I'm heading up to the Devil's Pulpit. So as you can see, I'm just at the entrance to the path, which I believe is just here. So, right on the main road. Very little signs around for it. There is a couple of car parking spaces just over there, as you can see. And then about half a mile further up the road that way, there's space for more, and then you've got to walk back and down to here. So, as you can see, a little bit of a wall to kind of climb up and around. Over at the fence, which somebody has very kindly put a piece of wood across what used to be the barbed wire, and then follow the path. Yeah. Again, another wee bit of fence to either climb through or over. So I'll take a wee walk along and just have a wee look down and into the gorge. Up here. Needless to say, this one is not for the faint-hearted. Because it does go pretty. It is pretty steep here. You can see we're just on a wee ledge and straight down into the glen. Just in case you haven't realised, willy boots, or if you're intending on going into the water, or a stout pair of walking boots if you're not. But be warned, you may get your feet wet. Here I'm following the lower path, which scouts around the edge of the gorge. There is another path which led off a little bit higher up, which will take you more directly up to the gorge. But I wanted a wee look around before going there. So, and you can see pretty steep all the way down there. Not somewhere that you would want to slip. So this path's taking us back up to meet up with the top path, which is here. So if you keep to the left there, it'll take you all the way back down to where we parked the car. So at the moment we're just a couple of minutes further along, and I am now standing just above where the Devil's Pulpit is. As you can see, that's that round rock with a sort of square table just in the middle of the shop. As you can see, it's a wee bit down, so to get to it we're going to take a walk further along. There we go. Just down there. That's where we're aiming for. Again, looking down into the gorge. Water level looks pretty low today, but hopefully you can see on the camera the red colouring through the water. Afternoon. So, just at the top of the stairs, as you can see, it is rather steep. The camera is now pointed at a sort of 45-degree angle. As you can see, slightly wet. It's going to be a little bit slippery, but I am going to take my time and fingers crossed to get to the bottom. So somebody has been nice enough to put a wee bit of string on the side of the tree there, to help you get up. But now, so camera is now pointed level, so as you can see it is rather steep, and again camera pointed level, and back down again at about a 45-degree angle, so be warned. Okay, so I had a wee bit of a camera glitch halfway down, so because of where it was, I had to stop recording. I can't say that I made it down safely without any slips or falls, but as you see, the crevice comes down there, so I was just stuck up there, and there's a little path that leads you right down and round, and then this brings you into the main area of the actual glen itself. As you can see, it is a fairly steep gorge. It has started raining now, so it might get a few spots of rain on the camera, but nothing major. And again, you can kind of see where all the red rock comes from and where it gets its name. So that up there is the Devil's Pulpit, as you can see. Water level's pretty low today, so nice and easy for getting in and out and up to the pulpit itself, and possibly a bit further up the stream. Nice and peaceful. The last few people who were down have just went up as I was coming down. So all that we hear now is the sound of my voice and running water. This is the point where I sort of get my feet wet. Or maybe not. So, we are now at the Devil's Pulpit. Looking back down the glen. Up the valley. So, now standing directly on top of the Devil's Pulpit. Taking a couple of pictures. And we're now down in the valley. So, the top of that ridge there is where I was standing a little while ago. And we could see down into this point here. Waterfalls going across there. A little bit dangerous to start going any further upriver, but we've come all the way up here, and down in that valley down there, where that you can see that gill is just now, that's where we came into the valley just up on the right. Or sorry, gorge, as I should say. One of the few things that you will get me catch me using a selfie stick, and to get a little bit of video of where we actually are. So, standing in Finnich Glen, and just behind me here you will see the Devil's Pulpit, and looking back upriver towards the falls, upstream. And then downstream, which is where we came in. So, nice wee visit. Now, as you can see, hopefully safe, rather slippery ledges all the way across, and I don't know if you can see, but there's a big black pool of water in there, which is pretty deep. And again across here. So at this point we're just going to take it very, very carefully. There is a little ledge in there, and as you can see from the tripod, that's how deep it is. It's not somewhere that you want to slip, because if you do, you're going to get pretty wet. Which isn't a huge issue since I've got my trainers back in the car, along with dry socks, trousers, etc. Just in case. I wasn't sure just how deep the river was going to be running today when I came out, and it was a slightly last minute decision. Hence the batteries in the gimbal have run out. Alright. Oh. Slippery. On this bit, it's getting a little bit deep, and the rocks are slightly slippery and movable. As you can see, slightly muddy, a little bit tight, but fun. Not advisable to come down here when it's raining, or just after. Not only will the water level in the gorge be higher, but it will be slippery and very treacherous. And watch your head. Oh. And your footing. And back up to the top. So, if you remember from earlier, this was the point where I went that way, down round the edge of the gorge, and the direct path is following there just to the top of the hill, and it'll take you up and round, and that's the way that we just came back. So to get up there, 10-15 minute walk, 5-minute walk, scramble down the path, or the steps, sorry, into the gorge itself, and you're there. So someone's actually broken part of this fence down, so it makes it a bit easier to get in and out. Let's say, be very careful because it is right on the road. And there we go. Thank you.